Today I'm going over the career mode of hajime no ippo, Bavari's Road 2, and Boxer's Road to the real. So I'm starting off with hajime no ippo, Victoria's Road 2. I don't know why they made that so long, but whatever. Get into it. You have the timelines. The timelines actually matter in the game. The timeline matters because they get to fight certain fighters in certain timelines. Japan is the only one with 3 gems, and there's other countries up there too. But Japan's just the main one. The rest of them are not canon. Okay, so we have a simple setup. We can change your height, your weight, your reach, your blood type, your age, the basics. Nothing special here. Skinny, very fat, very tall, and fat, very tall and skinny. Obviously, blah 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 blah. Games have a similar system when it comes to the height, the weight, the reaching. They have pretty much around the same limits to how tall, small, big you could make your fighter. There's really no differences when it comes to that. They have you could generate a character or use a template of Ippo, Takamura, or the other characters of Hajime no Ippo. I believe they don't have this up in Box Throw too. You could make his neck look ridiculous. You could make his arms look very short, very long. You have NBA player foot size for being like 5'4" and like 400 pounds. You don't really got to worry about weight classes or making a weight class up in Hajime no Ippo if you pick America or England because they don't have a weight limit like weight class lock like they do in other countries. All right, you're gonna get introduced to the coach. The coach is completely different from the other coach in Boxing Row Two. It's some old man who's balding. The old man is balding. Oh, we're gonna check out the customization right here. A lot of hair. It's not a lot of hair. Actually, it is compared to Fight Night Champion. You get a lot of customization. They have a ton of weight classes up in here. You can win national belts. You can do the same thing in Boxing Row too. You can win national belt and regional belts and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Which I had at Fight Night. Can't win any national belts, nothing like that. I believe you only win like one belt. Now you can win 3 belts, like EA belts. Who cares about that? I don't really care about that. I did use a texture mod here, but it doesn't really matter. It's still the same game, it's just with different textures. I will put the texture. Also, they do not have any real belts up in here. They have like an alternate name for it, like WBS, OBBG, IBS, bunch of random stuff right there. Same interface. You can make the character tall, short, underage, blood type. It doesn't really affect anything your age. Yeah, the age actually does not. I think it's stats increase. I don't know about that. I think it does. I think they increase a little bit if you get too old. I don't really know about that. Nah, I think that was undisputed. We have the same generation feature. The generative fighter. You can make his neck very long, just like hajime no ippo Victorious Road 2. You can make his shoulders very far apart, long arms, but I don't even think you could play with this build because it lacks you the weight class up in Boxing Pro 2. It lacks you with Japan, if you have a weight class limit. And he's 187 kilograms. What is it, like 400 pounds? I don't think he can fight in the first place. Yeah, I don't think he can fight. So that's a fun right there. Okay, skip that. The ball of old man I was talking about. Let's go to ratings. Pretty much the same weight classes as Hajime no Ippo. Minimum, the middleweight, last you there. You can't go to heavyweight over here at all. You cannot go to heavyweight. Japan at least. OEVO. Oh, it's over. I said it completely wrong. I said OVEG. OVEG. Now that we got that out the way real quick, let's talk about the negatives of each game really fast. So the negatives of Boxers Road 2 is you would skip forward, you would skip ahead sometimes. You have to make the game slow. So the game is kind of slow versus like Hajime no Ippo. You do not have to make the game slow and it runs very smooth. A downside of Hajime no Ippo is you cannot block punches either. You do not have a style to block punches at all. So you would just you have to rely on head movement more. Versus Boxing Road 2, you could be like, a Tank Davis, you know what I'm saying? He uses a high guard. Boom, boom, throw power shots, stuff like that. Off the high guard, but you can't really do that high. Hajime no Ippo because it's not an option to block. Another good thing about Hajime no Ippo Victorious Road 2 is that you don't have to pay for food or trainers and all like that because it's just way harder to do. If you're interested in a harder game, play Boxers Road 2. If you like an easier game, pick Hajime no Ippo Victorious Road.